Hello guys, welcome to the Learning My Hub. Today I am uploading model question paper solutions for cryptography and network security. These are the model question paper solutions for set 1 paper. Coming to the module 1, the first question given is define cryptography and explain symmetric cipher model. In this you have to write the definition of the cryptography and draw the block diagram of the symmetric cipher model and explain the terms which are included in the symmetric cipher model. The terms are like plain text encryption algorithm, secret key, ciphertext decryption algorithm. If we explain this first, that is enough for this question. The next question is explain Caesar cipher with an example. Explain the definition of Caesar cipher and take one example and explain the process of Caesar cipher, how to convert plain text to ciphertext. And coming to the next question, explain Hill cipher and apply it to encrypt plain text. The given plain text is pay more money with key. In this, you have to explain what is Hill cipher and apply encryption method. The encryption method is the formula we used is k is equals to cp mod 26 to convert plain text to ciphertext by using the key value provided. And the next second question is explain the working procedure of DES algorithm with example. In this, firstly you have to write the definition of the DES and then draw the block diagram of DES algorithm. After drawing, you have to explain the terms included in that and the phases working procedure of the DES algorithm, like initial permutation, splitting of the data, how many rounds of the processing, and swapping technique, final permutation step. And coming to the next question, explain PlayFi cipher and apply rules for the following. To solve this problem, you people has to know the four rules of the PlayFi cipher. Through that four rules, we can able to solve this problem. Coming to the module 2, explain public key encryption and decryption with example. In this, you have to draw the diagram of the public key encryption and decryption. This is the first diagram is for encryption with public key, and the second diagram is for encryption with private key. And after the diagrams, you have to explain how the encryption will work for public key and the private key. Through the steps key generation, public key distribution, encryption, transmission, decryption. These are the steps included in this. And coming to the next question, explain the decryption of RSA algorithm. Assume two prime number as p is equals to 3 and q is equals to 11. Encryption key E is equals to 3. Apply RSA algorithm and find ciphertext for the plain text given m is equals to 8 and decrypt the ciphertext to obtain the plain text. To solve this problem, you people has to know the steps of the RSA algorithm. And the next question is explain elliptic cover cryptographic algorithm. In this, you people has to explain the definition of the elliptic curve cryptography. And the key concept included in this is elliptic curves, position of on the curve, private and public keys, key exchange, encryption and decryption steps. And these are the some security bases and applications of this elliptic curve cryptography. And the next coming to the fourth question, explain secrecy and authentication in public key cryptography. This is the diagram for public key crypto system, secrecy and authentication. In this, so many formulas are included. Definitely, people has to remember these formulas. If you won't write these formulas, the marks will not be given. The next question is explain Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm with example. Please explain this question by taking example. Without example, the marks will not be given. Next, explain the man in middle attack with example. This is the diagram for the man in the middle attack question. And the steps included in this question is preparation and key exchange initiation, interception, key calculation, and some formulas are included in this. And the final fifth step is dot secret key. Sorry, one more step is there. Communication is the final step. And coming to the module 3. Fifth question. Explain symmetric key distribution using symmetric encryption. You people has to define the symmetric key distribution using symmetric encryption, and the steps included in this is physical delivery, third party delivery using an old key distribution center. This is the main step for this question, and this is the working process of this question. And the next question is explain major issues with key distribution center. In this you have to explain the issues occurring in key distribution center. There are some issues like trust requirement, decentralization challenges, scalability issues, session key management, and potential for subversion, public key integration, key hierarchy management. These are the 7 issues occurred in the key distribution center. And coming to the sixth question, explain symmetric key distribution using asymmetric encryption. Similar to the previous question, here you have to explain using the asymmetric encryption. This is the diagram for simple secret key distribution and secret key distribution with confidentiality and authentication. And the steps included is key generation, public key exchange, secret key creation, encryption of the secret key, sending the encrypted key, decryption by allies, security communication is the final step. Next question is explain different ways of distributing public keys. In this, you people has to explain what are the different ways used to distribute the public keys. And the first step in this is public announcement. The second step is publicly available directory. These are the diagrams for public key publication. Third, third thing is public key authority. Fourth one is public key certificates. In this question, definitely people has to draw diagrams. Without diagrams, the full marks will not get. Coming to module 4, seventh question. Explain X509 certificate with format. First explain what is X509 certificate and why it is used. And this is the diagram for X509 certificate. And also draw the diagram for certification revocation list. These are the two file formats of X509. And this X509 certificate generally includes the following elements like version, serial number, signature algorithm identifier, issuer name, period of validity, subject name, subject's public key information, issuer unique identifier, subject key identifier, and the final step is extensions. And also explain at the last importance of the X509 certificates, why it is used, where it is used, like that. Next question is explain remote user authentication using symmetric encryption. This question is explained through the key distribution center, and the key elements included in this is initial request, KDC verification, ticket generation, sending the ticket, accessing the server, session establishment. These are the steps included in this. And coming to the eighth question, explain Kerberos authentication service with version 4 dialog. Firstly, explain why Kerberos authentication service is used and explain the question through the version 4. These are some of the Kerberos version message exchange techniques. Here, 3 message exchange techniques are mentioned. Please go through this. And the key elements included in this is client request for ticket granting. This client request service granting ticket. TGS issues service granting ticket. Client access the services. These are the key elements included in this. Now the next question is explain remote user authentication using asymmetric encryption. Similar to the previous question, but the only change is in previous question using symmetric encryption. Here we have to explain using asymmetric encryption. The key elements included here is key pair generation, authentication request, challenge from the server, response from the server, verification by the server, session key establishment. These are the six key elements included in this asymmetric encryption. Coming to the module 5, ninth question. Explain the benefits and routing applications of IP security. This is the diagram for the IP security scenario. Diagram is must and should in each question. Every question, if diagram is there. And the benefits of IP securities are comprehensive security, efficiency, resistance to bypass, user transparency, and the fifth one is support for various applications. And the routing applications of IP security are there are some routing applications like secure router advertisements, neighbor advertisements, routing updates, secure branch office connectivity, remote access security, extranet and intranet connectivity. These are the these are the six routing applications for IP security. Coming to the question 9th B, explain IP security architecture. In this, you have to explain Internet Protocol architecture. This is the architecture of Internet Protocol. Diagram is must and should, and the core components are like authentication, confidentiality, key management. And coming to the architecture overview, explain what is the overview of the question using diagram, and what are the modes used in this operation, what are the applications of IP security, and also explain security associations used in Internet Protocol security. Coming to the question number 9C, explain security associations with SA parameters. SA is nothing but security associations. The key elements are key parameters included in this is first one security parameter index, IP destination address, security protocol identifier. These are the three key parameters included in this question. Coming to the 10th question, explain authentication header with figure. Firstly, explain what is authentication header and why it is used. And next, draw the diagram of the authentication header. If you don't know the answer, and explain this question through the diagram, the terms included in the diagram. Any question, if you don't know the explanation, do like this. Explain the terms what are included in the diagram. Key features of the authentication header. Integrity, authentication, replay protection. These are the key features of the authentication header. And explain what is the operation of the authentication header. Coming to the question 10b, explain ESP header with figure. ESP is abbreviated as encapsulating security payload. Define what is encapsulating security payload and draw the diagram of the ESP. Diagram is the structure of the ESP. The ESP packet consists of several key fields like security parameters index, security number, payload data, ESP trailer, ESP authentication data, and also explain the modes of the operations. ESP can operate in two modes. One is transport mode and second one is tunnel mode. Coming to the question number 10C, explain transport mode and tunnel mode in IP security. In this question, you people has to explain transport mode and tunnel mode through IP security. This is the diagram of end-to-end versus end-to-end intermediate authentication. And the transport mode consists of key features like encryption payload, traffic analysis vulnerability, use cases. And coming to the tunnel mode, key features of tunnel mode are full packet encryption, encapsulation. These are the key features of tunnel model. Yeah, that's it. These are the model paper solutions for the set 1 question paper. And in very soon, I will upload the model question paper solutions for set 2 question paper also. And finally, don't forget to subscribe, share, and follow us for more updates like this. Thank you. Bye bye.